Good afternoon and happy new year, everybody. Welcome back to your business growth moment. It's Kelvin Shaw here, your career growth expert, and I'm here with a special guest, Sarwar Qureshi from Patterson and Company. Outstanding business professional. I'll give you a little history of our history. We actually met many eons ago. It feels like I was a university student coaching Maryville High School basketball. I was, I think, the first volunteer coach, and Sarwar was, I believe, a student and also a referee for many years in basketball. And then we also connected in a business networking platform that I had many years ago as well called SSN, and he was a lead in one of the chapters that I had, but an outstanding business professional. And welcome to the show, Sarwar.
Thank you, Calvin. It just goes to show, keeping in touch, a lot of different touch points over the years, the high school, the networking, and even now, just keeping in touch. You're very thoughtful that you reach out to me once in a while with some very nice LinkedIn messages. So, I'm just happy to help.
Thank you. And well, thank you so much for being on the show. And why don't you quickly also give people an insight on what you do and your company?
Yeah, so the main thing that I do is I'm a chartered professional accountant. We have a small accounting firm in Ottawa. It's in Westboro, even though right now I'm working from home because of COVID. The typical things that we do are we help small business owners with all things numbers and accounting. So getting tax returns filed, personal and corporate, financial statements for themselves, their investors, the banks, helping with anything that they might be planning and involves numbers like a acquisition, taking on some new equipment, some financing. So we're basically trying to help those small business owners look after all things numbers related. And from our end, that's kind of our bread and butter. We work with, dentists, we work with construction business owners, we work with service professionals, retail. So a little bit of a variety too every day.
Excellent. And today's episode, we're going to be speaking about the power of your network. Sarwar in the city, I'm sure many of you that are watching this know him. He's been an outstanding business networker and understanding the power of your business network and how to leverage that for business. So we're going to jump right into this for a few minutes. Sarwar, just to start, why would you say it's important to have a strong business network? What's your thoughts and experience on that?
Yeah, so for me, a lot of the opportunities that you become aware of and present themselves to you, for me, have come because of my network, whether it's a new client, whether it's a new project, whether it's something that I might be interested in participating or volunteering in. I just find that having the network, having the people either introduce you to something or just keep an eye out, just lets your reach get a lot further than what you could maybe on your own if you were trying to find an opportunity or do something and you didn't have people out there rooting for you. And, when you have people collaborating and working with you, I feel it just increases exponentially what you can get done, because, for example, we have a small accounting firm of 15 people, and the better the communication, the better the teamwork, that 15 people can do the work of maybe 25 people if they're firing on all cylinders and they're in the right spots, doing the good things. But a lot of that, it's not necessarily networking, it's communication, which is a related topic. And on the flip side, if you don't have that, I worked in organizations before where it's just like everything's like a grind, it's just stuck. No one's talking, no one wants to talk. So there's a lot of like overlapping life skills that I think are useful to day-to-day success.
Right. I love what you spoke to, the compounding effect that your network could have and can have when it comes to multiplying opportunities, either new client acquisition or just even working with other people to be that source, referral source for them. Now, one thing we talked about earlier is we used to do networking by meeting up in person, handing out a business card, doing all this stuff. That right now is not as prevalent as it was before. How do you go about now? What are some tips you can share with going about with connecting with other people online, building your network online, either through LinkedIn or other tools? What would your advice be to how to continue to do that in the midst of a pandemic?
Yeah, so that's a great question because we're this is January 11th, Ottawa and Ontario is kind of record second wave of COVID and all of that. So I think networking at its base is trying to connect with people. So whether that's in person or that's online, the goal is still the same. The goal
Yeah,
is you're trying to connect with someone. And for me, the ultimate networking tip that I have, and I'm happy to share it right at the beginning of our chat, is you want to try to help that person. And the more value and help you can bring that person, then the more value and help they'll try to bring to you because they see you as a contributor, not someone that's just in it for themselves.
right,
So whether I meet someone in person or online, my goal is to help them, and that doesn't change.
right,
So first and foremost, with networking, you want to try to connect with people that are new to you that might be of benefit to you. So in some ways that's easier to do online because there's less commitment. You could set up very easily a 5, 10, 50-minute phone call. You could cold call someone, you could reach out on LinkedIn, set up a Zoom meeting, and there's no traveling involved. It's not, I
yeah,
have to go see you for coffee and I got to travel, 20 minutes and then, maybe you're 5 minutes late or whatever, so I'm waiting. So all of that stuff in some ways is easier. So we got to look at it on the positive, not just the negative, and say, connecting with someone new might be easier in some
right,
ways. And
right,
then the other part of it is just keeping in touch with your old contacts, because sometimes people kind of lose sight of those contacts, and that's something you're really good at, Calvin, is just staying in touch. Happy New Year, happy holidays, how's the kids? Did you watch that game last night? Stuff like that, so that you don't just lose touch with someone and then all of a sudden lose out on that connection and opportunities.
right, right. And the foundation, what you spoke to, is key. Oftentimes, I would say people run into trouble when their foundation is, oh, I need some business, or oh, I need something from this person. If I can connect with them, they can give me all this stuff that will lead to success. What you said was key. Is what value are you bringing to that relationship? What value are you bringing to their business? And that connection, friendship, all those things that come with it, and it will then reciprocate itself back to you once the person has found that value in your connection. That's a key point. If you're watching this, I would have write that down. We have 2 more minutes here because we try to keep it under 10 minutes. Sarwar, if somebody's a new accountant or new in business with a firm, what is one piece of advice that you would give them in terms of building a network? Where should they start? What should they think of when it comes to who they should connect to? What would you say to that?
So the number one career tip I have, whether it's an accountant or otherwise, is look ahead, maybe 5, 10 years from where you are now and where you want to be. Find someone who's doing what you want to be doing. Find that role model
Mm,
and ask that person to be your mentor. That
mm,
to me is the ultimate networking tip, because asking someone to be your mentor is the ultimate form of flattery. It doesn't have to be a big commitment. It doesn't have to be like hours and hours. It could be like, I just want to have lunch or, a Zoom meeting once a quarter or once every 6 months.
right.
And there's a chance that person might say no, and in which case you can hopefully find someone else. But if you can get that person, that is the ultimate networking, because then they're going to hopefully help you get to that level, which is where you want to get to anyways. So it's a win-win.
Perfect. Well, Sarwar, this has been outstanding. Thank you for being the first guest of 2021 for your business growth moments. What you said last was key. Find a mentor, find somebody, and ask if they can assist you. I know Sarwar is one of the most helpful business leaders in the city. So I'm not asking every young professional to reach out to him and blow up his inbox, but I would say he's an excellent mentor. And if you are watching this video, definitely feel free to reach him on LinkedIn and connect with him. Also, I know that you do focus in the areas of dentistry and other businesses. So I know personally, I will be sending all my dentist contacts to you. And if you are a dentist out there, his services and business that he has packages waiting for you will really help your business with the numbers that will help you grow for future. So thank you so much, Sarwar, for being my guest, and have a great 2020 to all you that 2021 for all you that are watching. Thank you.
Thank you, Calvin.